From coast to coast, the United States is undergoing a radical transformation. They are constructing projects that will define our future, reshape skylines, and inspire the world. These are the most captivating and mind-blowing megaprojects that are literally transforming America before our eyes. Buckle up, some of these will blow your mind. Once considered the final frontier of Manhattan real estate, Hudson Yards has already made global headlines as the largest private real estate development in U.S. history. But what many people don't know is that Phase 1 was just the beginning. To jog your memory, the Hudson Yards Phase 1 is a $25 billion megaproject that transformed an overbuilt and underutilized stretch of Manhattan's west side into a vertical city of the future. Completed primarily between 2012 and 2019, this first phase introduced a jaw-dropping collection of ultra-modern skyscrapers, including the iconic 30 Hudson Yards, 10 Hudson Yards, and luxury residential towers like 15 and 35 Hudson Yards. Anchoring it all is the Vessel, a massive honeycomb-shaped interactive structure that became a striking centerpiece of the new neighborhood. But as grand as Phase 1 was, what comes next in Phase 2 might be even more transformative for New York City. Apparently, Phase 2 of this megaproject is underway, and it's projected to triple the footprint of Hudson Yards, expanding westward and transforming more than 6 city blocks into a high-density, future-forward urban neighborhood. The expansion will feature a cutting-edge school with a curriculum based on science, tech, engineering, arts, and math. It will also feature over 3 million square feet of residential space, affordable housing options, and new public parks that seamlessly blend nature with architecture, all built atop a massive artificial platform spanning over inactive train yards. To build this mega-district over a working rail yard, developers must construct a multi-acre suspended concrete platform, complete with temperature control and ventilation systems to manage heat from the trains below. This is not just architectural vanity, it's a symbol of vertical urbanism, solving space scarcity by literally building a new neighborhood in the sky. The new towers will incorporate LEED-certified designs, gray water recycling systems, and AI-powered energy management, pushing New York City closer to its climate targets. Hudson Yards Phase 2 will also integrate with New York City's evolving transit ecosystem, including improved access to Penn Station and a potential link to future regional rail systems like the Gateway program. From a financial perspective, the total investment in Hudson Yards could exceed $25 billion, with real estate experts projecting over $100 billion in long-term economic activity. Let's head to the Midwest, where the Gordy How International Bridge is redefining cross-border infrastructure between Detroit and Canada. Slated for completion in 2025, this $5.7 billion megaproject will redefine U.S.-Canada trade, logistics, and bilateral connectivity for the 21st century. At its core, the bridge is a monumental engineering feat, spanning a 1.5 mile. It is equally a 6-lane cable-stayed bridge, which will eventually claim the title of North America's longest main span for a cable-stayed structure. The project includes new ports of entry, customs plazas, and nearly 300 acres of new infrastructure on both sides of the border. Currently, 25% of all trade between the U.S. and Canada, totaling over $100 billion annually, flows through the nearby and aging Ambassador Bridge, a privately owned crossing built in 1929. The Gordy How Bridge is a publicly owned alternative, providing much-needed redundancy and security to this critical economic artery. Beyond trade, the project holds immense regional benefits. The new route will link directly to Michigan's I-75 and Ontario's Highway 401, creating a seamless flow of goods, services, and travelers between the Midwest and Eastern Canada. This will boost industries like auto manufacturing, agriculture, and technology and open up new opportunities for cross-border collaboration. The design itself is as functional as it is elegant. With two 750-foot-tall towers, the bridge will not only withstand the harsh winters and high winds of the Great Lakes region, but will also serve as an architectural landmark visible from downtown Detroit. The use of prefabricated deck sections, robotic welding systems, and real-time digital modeling makes this one of the most high-tech bridge construction sites in the world. And in a country where train travel has long lagged behind global standards, the California HighSpeed Rail Project is the most ambitious attempt yet to revolutionize public transportation in the U.S. Designed to connect San Francisco to Los Angeles in under 3 hours via all-electric bullet trains, the project is one of the most significant and yet controversial infrastructure efforts in American history. The first phase, currently under construction, spans the Central Valley and will eventually connect Merced to Bakersfield. When completed, the train will link major cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles, creating a seamless, efficient, and eco-friendly alternative to the congested I-5 and short-haul flights. What sets this project apart is its commitment to zero-emission technology. The trains will run on 100% renewable energy, significantly reducing California's carbon footprint. However, the road to realization hasn't been easy. The project has faced political pushback, cost overruns, land acquisition battles, and shifting timelines. Initially budgeted at $33 billion, the estimated cost of construction has ballooned to over $100 billion. Despite delays and criticism, the state has made notable progress, including the completion of major viaducts, tunnels, and right-of-way clearances. One overlooked element of the project is its economic ripple effect. The construction phase alone has created over 10,000 jobs, many in rural Central Valley towns that previously lacked major economic development. Once operational, the rail will unlock unprecedented labor mobility, allowing people to live affordably in one city and work in another, all without relying on a car or airplane. Welcome to the Texas Hyperloop, a proposed high-speed vacuum tube transportation system connecting Dallas and Houston. Don't get me wrong, this isn't a teleportation machine. However, it is designed to move passengers and cargo at speeds exceeding 600 miles per hour. This project could turn a 3.5-hour drive into a 30-minute journey, radically transforming commuting, business, and trade in one of America's fastest-growing megaregions. The Hyperloop operates on magnetic levitation, maglev, inside a sealed low-pressure tube, drastically reducing air resistance and energy loss. The result? Ultra-fast, near-silent, and emissions-free transportation. What makes the Texas route particularly feasible is geography and demand. Houston and Dallas are two of America's most economically dynamic cities, with a combined metro population of over 15 million. This makes their daily flight quite congested, ranking them among the busiest in the U.S. The Hyperloop megaproject could help ease the stress of commuting for her citizens. Preliminary studies suggest the project could carry tens of thousands of passengers daily, with carbon savings equivalent to taking over 100,000 cars off the road annually. And in terms of construction, the tubes can be built in parallel with existing highways, minimizing land use conflicts and environmental disruption. What's more fascinating is that Virgin Hyperloop, the company in charge of the project, has already conducted successful full-scale tests, with pods carrying human passengers safely in controlled environments. Regulatory bodies in Texas have shown strong interest in the project, recognizing its potential to leapfrog traditional rail or road solutions. With Texas's pro-growth, pro-tech policy climate, the Hyperloop could be the first of its kind to achieve full commercial viability in the U.S. But perhaps the most compelling aspect is what this symbolizes for America at large. In a country struggling with aging infrastructure, the Texas Hyperloop offers a visionary alternative, a transportation system not based on 20th century models, but one that redefines mobility for the 21st century and beyond. What if the Texas Hyperloop is never erected? Will the city just ignore the stressful transport system plaguing commuters? Well, the answer is no, because Texas City has also planned to construct a high-speed train project known as the Texas Central Railway. This project is set to become the boldest transportation project in the American South. The proposed railway project comprises a bullet train connecting Dallas to Houston in under 90 minutes, flying at 205 miles per hour. Inspired by Japan's famous Shinkansen system, the Texas Central High-Speed Rail is a privately led mega-project aiming to revolutionize inner-city travel in the U.S. with cutting-edge technology, zero emissions, and a travel experience that rivals air travel. Spanning roughly 240 miles, the proposed rail line will connect two of the fastest-growing metro areas in America. Unlike California's high-speed rail, Texas Central is fully privately funded, making it a unique model of infrastructure investment in the U.S. The system will use Japanese N700S train sets, renowned for their safety, having recorded 0 fatalities in over 50 years. Travel time will be just 90 minutes with a single stop in the Brazos Valley, linking major universities and workforce centers. The project is expected to create 10,000 construction jobs and over 1,500 permanent operations roles, while spurring billions in economic activity through real estate development, hospitality, and connectivity. Stations in Dallas and Houston will be strategically located near existing transit hubs, maximizing convenience for commuters and travelers alike. Initially, the mega project was proposed to cost an estimated sum of $10 billion. Subsequently, a $63.9 million federal grant for planning purposes was awarded and then rescinded due to the cost increases. To make matters worse, the initial project cost soon skyrocketed to an estimated cost of over $40 billion. This drastic cost escalation has led to the loss of federal funding and raised concerns about the project's feasibility. At this point, the project's initial reliance on private investment had been impacted by the cost increases, making it difficult to secure sufficient private funding. While legal and funding hurdles have slowed progress, recent developments suggest the project is gaining momentum again, with federal regulatory approvals already in place and new investment partners stepping in. But while Texas is racing toward the future with bullet trains, the Northeast is battling time itself, and the clock is ticking. Imagine this, the most heavily used passenger rail line in the entire Western Hemisphere brought to a grinding halt, all because of two aging tunnels under the Hudson River. That's not science fiction, it's a looming reality. These tunnels, built over 110 years ago, connect New Jersey to New York City's Penn Station, and they're now showing serious wear and tear, especially after suffering damage from Hurricane Sandy back in 2012. Every day, more than 200,000 passengers and 450 trains rely on these very tunnels. They're the lifeline of Amtrak's Northeast Corridor and the beating artery for New Jersey transit commuters. If even one tunnel were forced to shut down without a replacement ready, commute times would double or triple, and the economic fallout would ripple across the entire region. This is where the Gateway program comes in, and it's one of the most ambitious infrastructure efforts in America today. Now, Gateway isn't just one project. It's a network of massive upgrades running between Newark, New Jersey and New York City, and it comprises building 2 new electrified tunnels under the Hudson River, rehabilitating the existing tunnels without interrupting daily service, expanding Penn Station to handle growing passenger traffic, and replacing outdated bridges like the infamous Portal Bridge, a 110-year-old swing bridge that sometimes refuses to close, holding up train traffic like a bottleneck in a major artery. The crown jewel of this program is the Hudson Tunnel Project, a $16 billion megaproject that will future-proof rail travel in and out of Manhattan. The engineering involved is nothing short of extraordinary. Apparently, tunneling beneath a river requires precision boring machines, advanced drainage systems, and design features that can withstand both flooding and earthquakes. Because in today's world, climate resilience is no longer optional. From a financial standpoint, the Gateway program is a massive collaboration, with funding from the U.S. Department of Transportation, Amtrak, the Port Authority, and billions secured through the bipartisan infrastructure law. It's a rare example of federal and state governments working together to fix what truly matters. While the Northeast is building tunnels to preserve its past and secure its future, down south, an entirely different kind of transformation is underway. This is Miami Freedom Park, a bold new vision that's turning an underused piece of land into a 73-acre megaproject with a mission far bigger than sports. At the heart of the development sits the crown jewel, a $1 billion state-of-the-art soccer stadium, the future home of Inter Miami Football Club, co-owned by none other than David Beckham. With a sleek, partially covered design tailored to Florida's tropical climate, the stadium will seat 25,000 fans and offer a world-class venue for Major League Soccer. When completed, Miami Freedom Park will feature a massive public park with 58 acres of open green space, community soccer fields for local youth and residents, retail shops, restaurants, and hotels, over 1 million square feet of office and commercial space. Financially, the project is a public-private partnership with a long-term economic impact. A portion of the park's revenue will go directly back to the city of Miami, and the development is expected to create thousands of new jobs. And perhaps most notably, this wasn't a decision made behind closed doors. The deal was brought to a public vote, and citizens gave it the green light, making it one of the rare mega projects in the U.S. with direct backing from the people it's meant to serve. We now head north, where a different kind of mega project is taking shape. This is the Obama Presidential Center, a bold new chapter in civic architecture unfolding in Chicago's South Side. Being valued at an estimated cost of $830 million, this project goes far beyond the traditional idea of storing documents and displaying artifacts. Instead, it's designed to be a living, breathing hub of community action, where young people are inspired, leaders are made, and a neighborhood often left behind finally gets the investment it deserves. Located in the heart of historic Jackson Park, the center will span nearly 20 acres of green space, seamlessly integrating into the urban fabric of the city. And at the center of it all stands a striking museum tower, symbolizing hope, growth, and upward movement. The entire campus, designed by the acclaimed Todd Williams Billy C.N. architects, includes the museum tower, which will house immersive exhibitions, a public library accessible to all, a forum and event space for dialogue and community building, a sports and athletics center, and a vibrant plaza, all set within a revitalized public park. But what truly sets this project apart is its people-first approach. Rather than building in a remote or privileged area, the Obamas chose the very community they came from, the South Side. A neighborhood rich in culture and resilience, but one that has often been overlooked when it comes to major public investment. The center is expected to create over 5,000 construction jobs and inject more than $3 billion into the local economy. But even more importantly, it will serve as a year-round platform for education, mentorship, cultural programs, and leadership development. And the center won't be a closed-off monument. It's being built with open access in mind. Sustainability is also baked into the foundation. The center is aiming for LEED Platinum certification, with green roofs, clean energy use, and stormwater systems designed to protect the environment and future-proof the facility in a rapidly changing climate. Now, let's look into some mind-blowing mega projects that have already been completed in the United States. At first glance, it might look like something from a science fiction film, but the MSG Sphere in Las Vegas is very real, and it's poised to redefine live entertainment and architectural spectacle in the U.S. With a construction budget of $2.3 billion, the Sphere is the most advanced, immersive concert and events venue on the planet. Located just off the Las Vegas Strip, the Sphere is a massive 366-foot tall, 516-foot wide dome, essentially a gigantic eyeball-shaped building coated in 1.2 million programmable LED pucks that turn the entire surface into a dynamic digital display visible from miles away. The Sphere's exterior can simulate almost anything, but the magic happens inside. The venue boasts a 16K resolution, wrap-around LED screen that spans 160,000 square feet, enveloping every audience member in a fully immersive visual experience. Paired with over 160,000 speakers using beamforming and wave field synthesis, visitors hear exactly what they're supposed to hear, no matter where they're seated, creating a personalized auditory environment. It's the largest spherical structure ever built and likely the most complex entertainment venue ever attempted. The Sphere has already captured the imagination of artists, filmmakers, and technologists. The Sphere also supports 4D effects, including scent, wind, and temperature changes, creating an environmental symphony around the audience. Now, if you thought the Las Vegas Sphere was wild, just wait until you see what's happening in Western California. Because just outside Los Angeles, there's a structure that redefines what a stadium can be. This is the SoFi Stadium, often regarded as America's modern-day Coliseum. At a staggering $5.5 billion, the stadium is one of the most expensive stadiums ever built. It is a component of Hollywood Park, a massive 298-acre sports and entertainment district in Inglewood, California. Opened in 2020, SoFi is more than just a place to watch football. It's a futuristic venue designed to host major global events, from the Super Bowl to the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup and even the 2028 Summer Olympics. SoFi Stadium is the most expensive stadium ever built, boasting a translucent roof that spans 3.1 million square feet and a 4K dual-sided Oculus video board that hangs over the field like a floating ring of light. It can seat over 70,000 fans, expandable to 100,000, and is home to both the Los Angeles Rams and Chargers. Being considered the city that gave birth to skyscraper, Chicago is no stranger to architectural ambition. But even among its iconic skyline, One Chicago stands out as a bold reimagining of vertical urban living. Rising 971 feet above River North, The Twin Tower development is one of the tallest residential buildings in the United States, redefining luxury and density in one of America's great cities. Completed in 2022, One Chicago is a $1 billion mixed-use complex featuring 812 residential units, 55,000 square feet of fitness space, restaurants, boutique retail, and a flagship lifetime athletic resort. It has a unique form, comprising 2 towers emerging from a unified podium. The architectural design pays homage to Chicago's modernist legacy while incorporating cutting-edge sustainability.
If you believe in innovation and infrastructure, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who loves the future and subscribe for more visionary stories. Because the age of American reinvention has just begun. See you in the next one.